So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all good, man. So, we're here. Sometimes life doesn't become easy, bro. Talking to you, especially if you come from where you've always been used to going to work, you're always used to earning a salary, but then life has changed. Sometimes life do change. You see, what I mean is not that everybody who goes to work, who earns a salary, who does a 8 to 5, that person is doing something stupid. No. As I normally say, when you want to have a solution for your problems, then you have to come up with a clear plan, a roadmap towards the direction you headed to. But then, what normally becomes stupid is that when things forces you to change and you refuse to change, actually, that becomes the most stupid thing. I'm talking to you out of experience. You know, I always wanted to have this kind of freedom whereby mm, I have my schedule. I determine when I'm going to wake up, depending on what programs I've lined up for me. You see, but I reached a point whereby that was not guaranteed, man. And the saddest thing is that I was not getting any level of satisfaction in all these 8 to 5s I was hoping from. So I used to hope from 1 to 8 to 5 to another 8 to 5. But then there was a time I was, when I started these 8 to 5s, I was not used to them. I'm a person who believed in sales and marketing since when I was in high school. I used to see the kind of a life that the guys would, okay, personally, I've been raised with sales and marketing, man. My dad was a teacher, and then my mom was a marketer. She used to earn huge sum amounts in form of commission. And then I used to see that kind of a life she lives, and then I was like, this is the life I want. You have freedom. You dictate how much you earn. So what I did know is the kind of pain that it comes with, the kind of hardships you have to endure so that you can reach that level whereby you determine how much you're gonna earn. But then one thing also I can add on that is that life is very unpredictable. So unless you're willing to live a kind of life that is very unpredictable. So let me just compare this kind of life with the former days. The former days where you used to go out and hunt. So you eating a delicious meal was depending on very many factors. One, you not sitting down, and if you decide to sit down, then you're going to eat leaves, greens. You see? But if you go out, there was not even one assurance that you are going to come across the animal that you're going to take for soup home. See, so you have a choice. Either you sit down taking leaves, or you go out there with uncertainty that you're going to put down a game for meat. Every choice had got consequences. But then I was talking about sales and marketing as a career. I was comparing it with hunting and gathering as a source of putting table on your sorry, putting food on your table.